India's farmers are angry and they are desperate. It is something that they have made very clear in the last 48 hours. Today we saw the politics around farmers peak with Rahul Gandhi hopping onto a motorbike to get to Mandsaur where 6 farmers were shot dead. But what completely overshadowed that photo opportunity was India's agriculture minister's ill-timed yoga session with Baba Ramdev in Motihari in Bihar. Now, between Rahul Gandhi's political tourism and Radha Mohan Singh's apathy asan, the plight of the farmer, as always, once again, was forgotten. We are putting the Congress and the BJP on the mat this evening on Epicentre. Hello everyone, I'm Shreya Dhoundial in the headlines. Farmers out on the streets protesting, taking bullets, but India's agriculture minister has other priorities. He's flown down to Motihari, Bihar for a yoga session with Baba Ramdev. His government, shockingly, is defending his apathy asan. A day of high political drama in Madhya Pradesh. Rahul Gandhi hops onto a motorbike to reach Mandsaur. He's detained, then released, meets farmers' families at the Rajasthan-MP border later. The army is called in Darjeeling after the Gorkha Janamukti Morcha goes on a rampage against Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. 9 policemen are injured. Thousands of tourists are stuck. A 12-hour bandh has been called tomorrow. And all eyes on Prime Minister Modi and Nawaz Sharif as they attend an opera in Astana today. Will the two leaders share anything beyond a handshake? We'll know in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Our top story this evening is coming from Epicentre, Madhya Pradesh, that has been rocked by farmer protests in the last 48 hours. Today, we did see some amount of violence subside, but the politics was peaking today. Here are the top 3 things that happened through the day today. First, Rahul Gandhi decided to defy orders and hopped onto a motorbike to meet the families of those farmers who died in Mandsaur in police firing. The Madhya Pradesh police, as expected, detained him at the Rajasthan-Madhya Pradesh border and then released him within 3 hours. The centre, meanwhile, continues to maintain that it is the opposition Congress that is fueling these protests. In fact, Union Minister Venkaiah Naidu is saying that those protesting are not even farmers. Meanwhile, curfew has been lifted for 2 hours in Mandsaur today, but the place continues to be tense. Protests have also intensified in Maharashtra and Karnataka, where farmers are demanding a loan waiver. In the middle of all of this, India's agriculture minister decided to embarrass his government. Talk about terrible timing. At a time when farmer protests have rocked Madhya Pradesh, 6 farmers have been shot dead in Mandsaur and 2 farmers have committed suicide in Maharashtra, India's agriculture minister decided that this was the best time for a yoga session with Baba Ramdev. Radha Mohan Singh is seen trying to polish his yoga skills in Motihari, Bihar, rather unsuccessfully, might I add. An embarrassed BJP is now saying the minister is preparing for Yoga Day, which is 2 weeks away. But the opposition is calling this apathy asan absolutely shameful. Union Minister Rajnath Singh was one of the first to come to Radha Mohan Singh's defense. He says tackling farmer crisis is actually the primary responsibility of the state government and not the central government.
प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना के अंतर्गत
रायना जी ऑरित्रो आजरा CNN न्यूज 18 से इस वक्त जब मध्य प्रदेश और महाराष्ट्र में फार्मर्स प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं, जो मिनिस्टर ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर है राधा मोहन जी, उनकी पिक्चर्स आ रहे हैं रामदेव बाबा के साथ योगा करते हो, तो आपको नहीं लगता उनको यहाँ ग्राउंड पे आके फार्मर्स को एड्रेस करना चाहिए पहले?
अरे राज्य सरकारें स्वयं कर रही हैं, प्राइमरली रिस्पांसिबिलिटी राज्य सरकारों की होती है।
रायना जी ऑरित्रो आजरा CNN न्यूज 18 से इस वक्त जब मध्य प्रदेश और महाराष्ट्र में फार्मर्स प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं, जो मिनिस्टर ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर है राधा मोहन जी, उनकी पिक्चर्स आ रहे हैं रामदेव बाबा के साथ योगा करते हो, तो आपको नहीं लगता उनको यहाँ ग्राउंड पे आके फार्मर्स को एड्रेस करना चाहिए पहले?
अरे राज्य सरकारें स्वयं कर रही हैं, प्राइमरली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी राज्य सरकारों की होती है।
Agriculture is the primary responsibility of the state government. That is how the BJP's top leadership is defending Radha Mohan Singh, who was seen at a yoga session with Baba Ramdev, where Mandsaur was burning, and there are thousands of farmers, in fact lakhs of farmers, not just in Maharashtra but in Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka as well, who are out on the streets protesting. Now, quick to pounce on the BJP was its own ally, the Shiv Sena.
किसान दुखी है, संकट में, तो आपके योगा से क्या उनके संकट निवारण हो जाएगा? आप आइए महाराष्ट्र में किसानों से बात करिए, योगा डे बाद में कर सकते हैं। आप जाइए मध्य प्रदेश में किसानों से बात करिए। देखिए, आज के जो कृषि मंत्री है राधा मोहन सिंह जी, ये बहुत रिस्पेक्टेबल नेता है, बहुत ही सुसंस्कृत और सज्जन नेता है। मैं उनका आदर करता हूँ, लेकिन योगा डे का एक दिन छोड़ दीजिए, योगा आप कभी भी कर सकते हो। आज जिस तरह से हमारा किसान संकट से जूझ रहा है, वो योगा से उनका संकट नहीं दूर होगा। कोई प्रैक्टिकल सॉल्यूशन आप लेके आइए, और हम उम्मीद रखते हैं हमारे कृषि मंत्री से।
Now, as Radha Mohan Singh spent his day doing yoga, Rahul Gandhi scooped into Madhya Pradesh for a day in the headlines. The Congress vice president defied orders and marched straight for curfew hit Mandsaur. As expected, he was stopped at the MP Rajasthan border and taken into preventive custody. He was released 3 hours later, after which he did meet the families of farmers who were killed in the firing in Mandsaur. Rahul Gandhi met the farmers' kin at the MP Rajasthan border. Now, the Congress vice president, after meeting them, launched a fierce attack on the BJP government, both at the centre and the state.
मैं इनसे मिलने आया था, मुझे पहले राजस्थान में रोका, कहा कि आप मध्य प्रदेश में नहीं जा सकते हैं, फिर मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर रोका, फिर मुझे अरेस्ट किया। किसान को आज हिंदुस्तान में सरकार बिल्कुल भूल गई है, और यहाँ इन पर जो गोली चलाई गई है, जिन लोगों ने इन पर गोली चलाई है उन पर कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। सरकार ने कहा कि गोली हमने चलाई ही नहीं, सरकार ने झूठ बोला। क्या फोटो अपॉर्चुनिटी है? फोटो अपॉर्चुनिटी क्या है? मैं तो मिलने आया हूं उनसे। मामले को पार्लियामेंट में उठाएंगे सर, मामले को पार्लियामेंट में उठाएंगे, बिल्कुल पार्लियामेंट में उठाएंगे।
It was not just the Congress party. We saw opposition leaders unite at the Madhya Pradesh-Rajasthan border today. JDU Sharad Yadav, along with the Congress's Kamal Nath, Digvijay Singh, as well as Sachin Pilot, was seen arguing with Madhya Pradesh cops there. They were demanding to be allowed to visit Mandsaur, where 6 farmers have lost their lives. Now, after a 15-minute argument that played out live on television, all of them were detained.
आपको अलाउ नहीं करेंगे सर?
नहीं अलाउ को, हमको जाइए।
आप देखिए,
एक बात मेरी सुनिए, हम जो है वो आप रोक रहे हैं, हम इस बात को नहीं मानते। हम आपने लगाया 144A, हम जो है वो इस कानून को नहीं मानते, ये अन्यायपूर्ण। हम तो सिर्फ मिलने आए हैं। जो लोग घायल हैं, आप हमको ले चलिए। 5 लोगों ने चलिए, 2 लोगों ने चलिए। कर्फ्यू आपका या 144 है, हम एक एक करके हम चलने को तैयार आपके साथ।
नहीं सर, देखिए अभी आगे कर्फ्यू है।
कर्फ्यू है या 144 है?
नहीं,
नीमच में कर्फ्यू नहीं है।
मंदसौर में
नीमच में कर्फ्यू नहीं है,
और नीमच में भी 144।
144 का क्या मतलब? 144 माने कितने लोग जा सकते हैं? गैदरिंग, इसका मतलब 10 से ज्यादा लोग नहीं जा सकते। हम तो 4 ही है। प्लीज चलिए, हम तो जाएंगे, हम तो जा रहे हैं। प्लीज हम चले, हमको जाने दीजिए, हमको जाने दीजिए प्लीज। हम ना जाएंगे, आप लोग सम्मानीय सर, प्लीज। नहीं, हम इस कानून को नहीं मानते। अरे 144 यदि कानून है आपका, तो हम इसको नहीं मानेंगे, हम इसको नहीं मानेंगे। हम सिर्फ मरीजों से मिलने आए। आपको रोक रहे हैं, जिनकी मृत्यु हो गई है उनसे मिलेंगे।
हम तो आग बुझाने आए हैं, हम आग लगाने नहीं आए। और ये प्रशासन आग लगाने में उतर पड़ी है।
आप कानून के रखवाले हैं, संविधान के आप रक्षक हैं। ये संविधान की रक्षा कर रहा है कि हमको 3 लोगों को रोक रहे हैं। आप कौन से कानून की तरह रोक रहे हैं आप लोग?
आपको सचिन पायलट, आपकी गिरफ्तारी कर ली गई है।
हम लोग सिर्फ शांति की अपील करना चाहते हैं और हम सब जाके जिन लोगों को गोलियों से मारा गया है उन किसान के परिवारों को जाके सांत्वना देना चाहते हैं। भाजपा संवाद करना नहीं चाहती, लाठी गोली चला रखा है, कर्फ्यू लगा रखा है। हमारी सिर्फ कोशिश है कि वहां पे जाके लोगों से मिल सकें, लेकिन तानाशाही इतनी है, गोलियां चल रही हैं, कर्फ्यू लगा रखा है, किसी को जाने नहीं दे रहे हैं। संवाद भाजपा करती नहीं है और किसान को अगर दुख है तो उनसे जाके सिर्फ मिलना चाहते हैं। और हम चाहते हैं,
अभी आप लोग कह रहे थे कि 2 राज्यों की सरकार है, मध्य प्रदेश राजस्थान लगी हुई है, कि आप लोग वहां ना पहुंच पाए।
किस कारण से? हमने कोई अपराध तो किया नहीं है, सिर्फ उनसे मिलना चाहते हैं।
कर्फ्यू लगा है,
काहे की लगा रखा कर्फ्यू? कर्फ्यू लगाओगे, गोलियां चलाओगे, लोगों को लाठी से मारोगे तो और लोगों में हिंसा भड़केगी। कोई बात करे, संवाद करे, इसलिए हम आज बात करना चाहते हैं लोगों से। और सिर्फ जब मौतें हुई हैं, शव पड़े हैं, उनको जाके बात संभालने वाला कोई नहीं है। बीच में बीजेपी में इतनी हिम्मत ही जाके उनसे बात कर सके। अगर हम जा रहे हैं, हमें क्यों रोका जा रहा है?
So between Radha Mohan Singh's apathy, arson and Rahul Gandhi's photo opportunity, the farmers and their issues were once again forgotten. What exactly was India's Agriculture Minister Radha Mohan Singh thinking, posing there with Baba Ramdev in Motihari when farmers are out on the streets? GVL Narasimha Rao, spokesperson of the BJP, is joining me this evening. So is Sanjay Jha. He's the spokesperson of the Congress party. GVL, I'm coming to you first. Simple question, short question. What was Radha Mohan Singh thinking? In politics, if perception is everything, is this the image that you wanted to go out of your agriculture minister trying to perfect his yoga asan as there were farmers who were out on the streets protesting?
Shreya, minister was in his constituency. I think it would be dishonest of you if you do not tell the people who are watching your channel. Okay. Motihari is the parliamentary constituency of Radha Mohan Singh ji. Okay, so people, every MP goes to his constituency, and 2 weeks from now there is the International Yoga Day. And there are programs being organized in different parts of the country, and we are proud of our yoga legacy. And for parties that do not really think of yoga, I think they might be ashamed of it, but we are very proud of it. And and agriculture being a state subject, law and order being a state subject, there is really not
GVL,
much.
This is a dubious argument. GVL, come on, this is a dubious argument. The minister, come on, the minister is in his constituency.
Honest answers are dubious for you, fine.
He's doing yoga because yoga day is, 2 weeks away. Law and order and agriculture are state subjects and not central subjects. This is a dubious argument. Is this the image that you wanted to go out? The fact is, again, I'm just putting the question to you again. In politics, perception is everything. Was it right for your agriculture minister to be captured doing yoga with Baba Ramdev at a time when he possibly should have been in Madhya Pradesh, if not in Mandsaur itself?
No, I think you have a poor understanding of how governance works in this country. State union ministers do not go to a state and then interfere in the functioning of a state. Law and order and also the agriculture are state subjects. It is the state that deals with these problems and consults the state. You see, in matters of disaster relief, union government comes into effect. If there were any kind of a crop damage, central government would be directly involved in providing a. No, it's a. No, it's a real. You see. No, there is nothing. I'm telling you, we are proud of yoga. You might be ashamed of it.
Why will I be ashamed of yoga? Who is ashamed of yoga?
No, but then why are you making a song and dance about it?
I'm not saying that doing yoga is a crime.
Agriculture minister.
Did I say doing yoga is a crime?
No, there is nothing.
I'm just saying there's something called terrible timing. And Mr. Radha Mohan Singh was right in the middle of it.
He has not gone to a nightclub like Rahul Gandhi. He is not holidaying in exotic locations. He is in his own constituency.
Rahul Gandhi was not at a nightclb. He was making an attempt actually to get to Mandsaur.
He was in Delhi yesterday, agriculture minister. He is apprised of what is happening there, but handling of the situation at the ground level is something that only a state government can do.
Sanjay Jha,
so you still want that agriculture minister should remain closeted in his office and not go anywhere?
No, I
think that's your way of looking at it.
I would have expected him to be a little more sensitive and said, okay, aaj yoga nahi karte.
No, there is nothing insensitive.
Let's just concentrate on farmers
about being in a yoga program.
Sanjay Jha, come in on this. Sanjay Jha, come in on this. GVL is saying, at least unlike Rahul Gandhi, who goes to nightclubs and parties, at least Radha Mohan Singh ji was doing yoga and not going to a nightclub or a party. Do you buy that argument? Poor Mr. Gandhi was actually braving the heat and trying to get to Mandsaur today.
Yeah, you know, the Bharatiya Janata Party utters such pathetic nonsense that I don't want to even waste my time and dignify this statement by commenting on it. But you know, I'm absolutely astonished by the political arrogance of the BJP. Now here, and you have asked a valid question. I mean, please remember, the incidents may have happened over the last couple of days. The farmer crisis is accentuated and aggravated over several states over the last several weeks. Maharashtra is an example. Tamil Nadu protest in Delhi right under Mr. Narendra Modi, those is an example. What's happening in Madhya Pradesh is a classic example of how things have gone out of hand. And therefore, it's not just a question of timing, it's a question of sensitivity. And it's not just the fact that Radha Mohan Singh is doing yoga there. I was actually very stunned because I saw Mr. Rajnath Singh's press conference and he actually dismissed the question that I think was asked by your correspondent by saying it's a state subject. Does Mr. Rajnath Singh even know that the minimum support price is decided by the central government? That several agricultural policy decisions regarding investment in agriculture is decided through budgetary allocations at the central level. So clearly it's a very duplicitous and extremely hubris infested government. Now let me tell you, this is the way the BJP thinks today. If you remember yesterday, they were blaming the opposition parties for having, for the killings of the farmers
well,
in
that
stand
Madhya Pradesh. Hasn't changed.
Today,
I think
Bhupendra Singh wakes up to the reality and confesses that the police did it.
No, the BJP is still maintaining, I think, the BJP is still maintaining that you all are the ones who have engineered all the trouble. Mr. Jha, the BJP is still maintaining today, and we have had Venkaiah Naidu saying that you are the ones engineering all the trouble.
You know, Shreya, they are capable of even telling the people of India that the 40,000 farmers who have committed suicide over the last 3 years since the great Mr. Narendra Modi became Prime Minister is a political conspiracy. Even suicides is a political conspiracy engineered by the Congress and other parties. I mean, they are so preposterous. I don't know what words to use. I'm dumbfounded, atrocious. This is absurd.
Mr. Jha, it will be
the
unfair.
Truth of the matter is they need to understand.
It will be unfair to blame all farmer suicides and the farm crisis in India only on Mr. Modi. The fact is that farms across India have been under severe stress for the last 10 years, and that included your government as well. GVL Narasimha Rao, just come in on this. Do you think it will be that easy for your government to say, GVL, just a minute, do you think it will be that easy for your government to say, Are, Mr. Radha Mohan Singh can do what he wants to because law and order and agriculture both are a state subject? Will it be that easy for you to wash away your hands with what has happened, GVL? What has happened is shameful.
I think I do not want to.
Have been shot dead in a state that is ruled by your party.
I think for your information, and I would like to inform your respectable viewers that Madhya Pradesh is the best governed state and has the best agricultural production and agricultural growth in the country. This Madhya Pradesh is a success story.
That is
delivering
the
more than
misfortune of the Indian farmer.
growth. Can I just let me finish it. No, it's the misfortune is that you have political parties. The misfortune is there are political parties that are so shameless. Yes, there is a shameless.
Forced to commit suicide. That is the tragedy of the Indian farmer. GVL.
I think if you wish to hear, I will speak. Otherwise, you can go on with your fiction.
Please, is it fiction when I say that it's a tragedy for the Indian farmer that he's forced to commit suicide when there's a bumper crop and he's forced to commit suicide when there's a drought? It's the reality of the Indian farmer. Please don't say I'm spouting fiction.
The problem in Madhya Pradesh, you see, as I told you, Madhya Pradesh is one of the best states as far as agricultural story is concerned, growth is concerned. There were demands from farmers that there were onion prices, they wanted a better remunerative price for pulses. All these demands had been met. on 4th of June. There was no cause for violence after that meeting, after the announcement by the state government. But it's only the political criminals who have taken over this entire issue. And because they suffered massive political losses, they wanted to shoot from the shoulders of the farmers. So the farmers' grievances had been redressed. So no, it is the criminals, the political criminals who have actually given this.
Support price, GVL were also still asking for a farm loan waiver. So all their requests have not been met, all their demands have not been met. The farmers who are protesting, the farmers who are protesting in Mandsaur,
which farmer?
You of course are saying they're not farmers at all.
No, you don't. It's again fiction. It's a fiction again. You're fiction. Show me a document. Show me any document from any farmer group demanding a farm loan waiver. It's again media created fiction.
There are enough and more voices that are coming in from the ground.
It's untrue.
We're talking about farm loan waivers.
No, it's untrue. It's wrong. It's untrue. There was no such demand. It is people in the media with half knowledge and political vested interests who are spreading such rumors.
What is
there was no such demand. I challenge you.
What is our political?
I challenge you.
What is our
No, I'm saying I'm talking not yours. I'm not referring to you. I'm saying political vested interests. There are political parties whose flagging fortunes have really forced them to indulge in this act of
Sanjay Jha, I think he's referring
fiction.
to you and your party.
I want
Sanjay Jha, I think he's
you
referring to you
the
and your
document.
Party. Okay.
Tell me which group, which Kisan group has asked for a waiver. Madhya Pradesh, that was not even an issue.
Okay, GVL, let Sanjay Jha come in on this.
That was not even an issue.
Sanjay Jha,
and Madhya Pradesh,
GVL, just
Madhya Pradesh gives 0%.
Okay.
0% Kisan credit. I don't know whether you guys know it or not.
Sanjay Jha, let Sanjay Jha.
0% interest crop loan.
He will carry on. He won't stop. You have to stop him.
Okay, GVL.
No, because I won't let you carry on with fiction.
Okay, GVL, just a minute. You've had your say. Let Sanjay Jha say what he has to. Sanjay, go ahead. Because after you finish speaking, Sanjay, I want to ask you what Shreya, your Vice President was doing there. But first, go ahead and respond to GVL.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Firstly, it is not a piece of fiction that in the so-called very well-administered state, Vyapam killings happened in cold blood. It is not a piece of fiction.
Don't divert. I can go on Colgate.
In Madhya Pradesh
I can go on
15 years.
2G
I did not interrupt you, Mr. Rao. Kindly maintain a certain dignity in a
program. Don't divert.
Stop being dictatorial and autocratic.
No, but you haven't shown dignity in the field.
GVL, Sanjay Jha, let you speak. GVL,
you don't
Sanjay
want
Jha,
the viewers to hear. I will repeat it again. Even I am a seasoned campaigner, my friend. 22,000 farmers. I will repeat it again, Rao Sahib. Sun lijiye. 22,000.
No, but tell me, I want you to clarify. Tell me which farmer group asked for a loan waiver. I've asked you a question.
GVL Narasimha Rao, we have reporters on the ground. GVL Narasimha Rao, since you have asked of this 3 times, there are reporters on the ground who are getting voices as How is it fiction?
No, are the reporters demanding
saying that they want a loan waiver? You're saying it's fiction. Mr. GVL Rao, what is this?
I don't know. No. I think it's all rumor mongering.
I haven't finished.
There is rumor mongering.
Because it does not want the CNN viewers to know the truth.
Okay.
This is the typical fascist
what truth?
BJP
I'm asking you to show me evidence.
He will not let the viewers know the truth.
You get your reporter on the phone line. I will speak to him. I will ask him. Who is demanding?
I
think it's fiction.
Listen, you are a government. Get your facts and figures. I don't report to you. I don't report to you.
I know them. That's why I'm contesting your fiction.
You liars in your party, by the way.
I have all the evidence. That's why I'm contesting you.
The reason why today you have... I will continue talking if you continue to butt. My friend, I know your strategy. I've debated with you 100 times. You always butt in when you are at the receiving end. Anyway, Shreya, I want to make a quick point. You have other questions to ask. The simple point is, in the 2014 elections, India's great Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, went all over the countryside telling our innocent, sweet, vulnerable farmers that, you know what, मैं तो आपको गारंटी करता हूं, आपको आश्वासन देता हूं, मित्रों, कि 50% में MSP पर बढ़ा के आपको मैं दाम दूंगा. He's let them down. Aaj, these guys are in the Supreme Court, the BJP, giving an affidavit saying, sorry, that MSP plus 50% is not practicable. It's not going to happen. This is a bigger jumla than that 15 lakh ka kala dhan that they promised the entire citizenry of India. So this is a party based on fraud, post-truth and fake news and absolute what I call as concocted, spiel to try and impress the electorate. They have succeeded. But the truth finally comes home
Shreya,
to roost, and that's what's happening to them today.
Okay, let GVL respond.
They are blaming everybody, but the fact is they can't shun away reality.
Okay,
they can't escape it.
Sanjay, let GVL respond to that. Sanjay, let GVL respond to that. Then you have some answering to do for Rahul Gandhi.
Sure.
GVL, go ahead.
Sure. So you see, we have, according to Sanjay Jha, we have deceived farmers, and that's why they have punished the Congress in agrarian states like Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. They have rejected them because, despite their campaign among farmers, farmers have rejected the Congress party.
You got routed in Goa,
it's only a month ago. No, we were not the main players in Punjab. You would not have won in Punjab either otherwise. Okay, as far as our promises to the people are concerned, we have already, we have the image, we have done everything possible for the farmers' welfare, and we are working towards a doubling of farmer income by 2022. A large number of initiatives have already been implemented. Urea supplies, which were actually you were lathi charging farmers in every year, every season, because urea was in short supply, because you diverted it to the black market.
GVL.
We have ensured farmers get urea. Fertilizer prices go down.
Come in here?
We have given them an insurance and income
Gentlemen, can I please come in here? Gentlemen, can I please come in here? Sanjay Jha, you have some answering to do for Rahul Gandhi as well today.
One gentleman on this program.
Oh, well, no, for me there are two gentlemen on this program. Both of you have been fair.
You can exclude yourself if you wish to.
Okay, here's the quick question.
Tell Mr. Rao to smile. He have a sense of humor.
He is smiling.
Get so stressed out.
No, he is smiling. Come on, he is smiling. Okay, so you know what? Rahul Gandhi made us smile as well today, and he was TV ka hero today. Please tell me, what was he doing trying to get into Mandsaur when the Madhya Pradesh police had very clearly said they don't have the time or resources for VIP duty? Could he have not gone there 8 hours later? People will accuse you of headline management,
Shreya,
Sanjay
a very
Jha.
good question, but I'm glad. No, I'll answer that. Mr. Gandhi's actually answered it himself. He said, I was not going there to make some protest, dharna or demonstration. He said, I was going there to meet the bereaved families. And let me tell you, Shreya, I've been in politics long enough to tell you, a Congress party tradition is to always stand with those who are aggrieved, disadvantaged, particularly in those circumstances where they have actually faced the kind of loss that you experienced in Madhya Pradesh over the last couple of days. And this is, that's the reason why he went to Saharanpur, and they didn't allow him to go there. So, every time Mr. Rahul Gandhi goes somewhere, they talk of a photo op. This is standard operating procedure of the BJP. But then somebody is going to ask them a question. The Prime Minister of India is on a foreign trip, has no time to tweet at all. He tweets on the Myanmar tragedy. I am glad he did that. He tweeted on some other terrible happenings abroad. I'm glad he did that. But own home country, Mr. Modi. I mean, what are we talking about here?
GVL?
I mean, no BJP, the chief minister hasn't gone there. No BJP minister has bothered to land up there. In an opposition party, we have to fight for issues because we find that the state government of Madhya Pradesh is repressive. And the one photo op that I believe was the most contemptible and reprehensible was when I remember 26/11, I, Shreya, live in Mumbai. In fact, I was outside the hotel of Oberoi when Mr. Modi stood there giving a press conference and the terror attack was still happening and our armed forces were trying to get them out.
Okay,
so,
that is ancient.
Let's not try and
Sanjay,
make these crude comparisons. Mr. Gandhi will always fight for the oppressed and the disadvantaged.
That is ancient history.
And we'll continue to do it in the future.
No, but
that is ancient history, but the fact is that these protests started on the 1st of June. If he wanted, he could have gone there on the 2nd of June or the 3rd of June. Why 48 hours after 6 farmers were killed and when the situation there is still tense? Yes, GVL Narasimha Rao, you have accused the Congress Vice President of political tourism, I believe. Yeah, go ahead.
Shreya,
Yeah, you see, it's so
Shreya, can I tell you this? I mean, you know, end of day, we do expect that the
why does he
BJP
go?
government
Why
is
does
not
he
so
not go to
incompetent
Karnataka?
or is not
Can I-
so
can I-
incapable,
You had your say.
ruthless and cold-blooded that
Mr.
they will
Jha.
kill farmers.
Mr. Jha,
I mean, it has reached an alarming stage.
Mr.
We
Jha,
were
let
hopeful
GVL speak.
that they will try and work out a more reasonable solution.
Let's
They have
hear
been a
GVL as
disaster,
well.
and therefore we have to intervene.
Okay, let's hear GVL. Yes, GVL, go ahead.
Okay, fine. Okay.
No, but why doesn't Rahul Gandhi go to Karnataka where farmers have been lathi charged only recently? Why did he not go when farmers were going through a severe drought situation? No, he never went. He went subsequently only for his political campaigning.
He went
to UP also.
You know, I follow my vice president much more than you do.
I know what he does every day. Don't worry. Rahul Gandhi goes wherever there are cameras. Rahul Gandhi went there today, Shreya, because the media. And we know what happened in Uttar Pradesh. For your Khat Sabha का क्या नतीजा हुआ? Khat Sabha का
Gentlemen, if both of you speak
देखिए,
together.
हर चीज चुनाव के लेके नहीं होता है।
Sanjay, you are embarrassed by your leader. You are embarrassed. You are so embarrassed by your Rahul Gandhi.
कि पंजाब और 50 साल तक वापस नहीं आएगा।
You are so scared.
Gentlemen, can we
You are
please
so
behave
scared
like
that
gentlemen here?
I will pulverize him.
Sanjay Jha, let GVL speak for 30 seconds and I am going to give you the closing comments, 30 seconds again. GVL, you first.
Sure.
You see, Rahul Gandhi has a very, very strong weakness for publicity. He goes when cameras are there, possibly because cameras will leave tomorrow and he has gone there in time just to catch a glimpse on the cameras. The reality is that there are when Digvijay Singh was chief minister, 24 farmers were killed in a firing in Betol district of Madhya Pradesh. Had any leader from Congress had gone? No. Even today, can Rahul Gandhi go there and give relief, give any solace to the families who suffered then? No.
Okay,
he will go where he wants to make political capital. This is nothing but opportunistic and cynical politics of Rahul Gandhi, and now it has become a familiar pattern. People are sick of it.
GVL, time up. 30 seconds, Sanjay Jha. Please go ahead. In fact, I'm wondering which is better, Rahul Gandhi's political opportunism or Mr. Radha Mohan Singh's yoga poses. But last comments to you, Sanjay Jha.
Well, let me tell you, I think Mr. Rahul Gandhi is fighting for social justice and for all the farmer woes that this Soot-Boot ki sarkar has inflicted upon the farming community. That's a fact. I don't want to even comment on the photo op because there's a very famous Indian politician who even uses his old mother for photographs. So let's cut out the political immorality out of this debate. The larger point, Shreya, is this, that end of day today the farmers of India are in a dismal state because this government is essentially an anti-farmer government. They were anti-food security, they are anti-Manrega, they have been anti all rules like land acquisition, and they have basically misled the farming community, and they have treated the farmers as, you know, use and throw. Come election time, they will do everything, make all false promises. Ultimately, demonetization and the way they are actually trying to put ban on cow slaughter is bringing the agrarian community to its knees. They have no answers. They have actually been unfair and brutal with the farmers. Today, the chickens are coming home to roost.
All right. Sanjay Jha, thank you very much for joining us from Mumbai. GVL joining us from Delhi. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yoga Day, some 2 weeks away. How about a Kisan Divas as well? With that, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. Coming up next, all eyes on Prime Minister Modi and Nawaz Sharif as they attend an opera in Astana. We are getting a live update from there. Zaka Jacob joining us in just a bit. Do stay with us. Welcome back. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Astana in Kazakhstan to attend the two-day summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Tomorrow, Prime Minister Modi is expected to hold a bilateral meeting with his Chinese counterpart, President Xi Jinping, on the sidelines of the summit. However, there is no meeting scheduled between Prime Minister Modi and his Pakistani counterpart, Nawaz Sharif, who is also there at the summit. What is expected, however, is a handshake between Narendra Modi and Nawaz Sharif today at an opera that all leaders are attending. But this will be coming at a time when there have been 4 infiltration attempts by Pakistani terrorists and 7 armed intruders have been neutralized by the Indian army in the last 48 hours. CNN News 18's Zaka Jacob is in Astana tracking every development in the story. He tried to question the Pakistani Prime Minister about the possibility of a meeting with Prime Minister Modi. Here's how Nawaz Sharif reacted.
A word here, please. मेयर साहब, a word here, please. मोदी जी से मिलेंगे आप? मेयर साहब, a word here, please. मेयर साहब, a word here, please. मोदी जी से मिलेंगे आप?
That was Zaka Jacob shouting out that question. He's joining us live from Astana this evening. Hi Zaka, good evening. You did throw that question to Nawaz Sharif. What was the response? Okay, I do believe we are having a bit of an audio problem with Zaka Jacob. We'll try and fix that. But Zaka is in Astana. He's tracking the meet there. Today is when an opera is currently on. All leaders who are attending the summit are attending this opera. The question is, did Prime Minister Modi and Nawaz Sharif shake hands? That would be protocol. Will there be anything beyond a handshake? That is what most of us are wondering about. Let's quickly try and listen in once again to the question that Zaka put to Nawaz Sharif and the answer he got. Didn't really get an answer, but that perhaps was indicative enough.
मेयर साहब, a word here, please. मेयर साहब, a word here, please. मोदी जी से मिलेंगे आप? मेयर साहब, a word here, please. मेयर साहब, a word here, please. मोदी जी से मिलेंगे आप?
You know, is in Astana in Kazakhstan to attend the two-day summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, of which India will now be a member. Today is when all world leaders are attending an opera together. This is the first engagement together. Have the two leaders met inside the opera hall? We do not know. Zaka Jacob back on the line from Astana with us. Hi Zaka, good evening. We lost your audio a couple of minutes ago. You did put that question to Nawaz Sharif. Hi, good evening. You put that question to Nawaz Sharif. What was the response?
I don't know which clip you're playing. We asked him both ways. Once when he was entering the hotel and once when he was leaving. When he was leaving for this opera and dinner, he didn't say much, but he didn't have to say much because in response to a specific question, I asked him, would you like to meet Mr. Modi? He looked at me, he smiled and then he waved. And then after the Pakistani Prime Minister's convoy left, I spoke to one of the Pakistani journalists there and he was like, you know, isn't it indicative enough from his body language that he seems very confident that there will be some form of interaction between him and Prime Minister Modi? What form that constitutes, we don't know. Certainly there's no pull aside, certainly there's no penciled in official bilateral talks on the sidelines of the SCO. There will be, if at all there will be one, it'll be an informal one, a brief chat, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10. On very, very specific issues, much like what we saw during COP21. You remember that when the climate change summit happened. Again, you know, it took everybody by surprise. The delegations were there and both the prime ministers were sort of locked in a suite leading up to the main hall as they were awaiting their turn to go into the main hall and speak. And Mr. Modi took the initiative and had that brief chat. This was on the sidelines of COP21. So if at all there's going to be some kind of interaction, it's going to be at the initiative of one of the two principals. It's not going to be something that the delegations will be leading. It's not something that's going to be officially penciled down. There's certainly not any structured dialogue that's been provisioned for here at the SCO. It's simply just going to be on the initiative taken by either of the two principals in this case, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. But like I said, you know, you can make what you will out of Nawaz Sharif's response to my question. He simply looked at me, waved and smiled. His body language seems very confident. Like I said, I've been speaking to Pakistani journalists who accompanied the Pakistani Prime Minister on board, and apparently they were saying he had a freewheeling chat with them, a 3.5-hour conversation on a whole host of issues. Pakistani journalists, being true to form, refused to divulge any details specifically on the India conversations. But the sense that I got was that the Pakistani Prime Minister seems extremely confident that there will be some form of interaction between him and his Indian counterpart. And certainly his body language, when we asked him that question, did not betray that.
Okay, a smile and a wave is what you got, possibly indicating that he's hopeful that there will be some sort of interaction. Zaka, you're talking about the COP21 in Paris, the pull aside. But remember, all of that was before Pathankot. All of that was before Uri. You know, relations between the two countries are frosty, to say the least, as of now. Even as we speak, in the last 48 hours, 7 armed intruders on the LOC have been killed by the Indian Army. What are the chances we'll see the two men shake hands, for example? Will we see possibly any pictures coming out of that opera house? I'm assuming all leaders have met, which means Modi and Sharif would have met as well, possibly shaken hands.
Well, if they did shake hands, then we'll certainly get the pictures of the same, just like in COP21. In fact, one of the people who clicked those pictures, and you'll remember this, it was the Pakistani side which put out the pictures first. He was in the delegation of the Pakistani Prime Minister. So if they did shake hands and if they did have a brief chat, then certainly there will be pictures, and not just pictures, there will be some information about what they spoke as well. Like I said, I think the one overriding factor, of course, at least from India's point of view, is Kulbhushan Jadhav. I think the government has made it clear, Sushma Swaraj, Rajnath Singh, both committing in Parliament, that the government will do whatever it can to bring this man back safely. The ICJ process is going on parallelly. But at the end of the day, if there can be some cooperation by the Pakistani civilian government, then it would be of help, because at the end of the day, you don't want an innocent Indian citizen to die. So certainly there is a pressing need to have a chat. But like you said, and you're 100% right, that ties right now are extremely frosty. Nothing much has progressed after Pathankot, and that's been a big bugbear for the Indian delegation. Sushma said as much a couple of days ago in her press conference, that nothing has happened after Pathankot. But like I said, if at all a fireside chat were to happen, it's going to be at the initiative of one of the two principals, likely without much of their respective delegations. It's going to be a one-on-one, and it could be very likely on some specific points, not on broad or generic terms.
Okay, so still a question mark over whether that's happening or not, but we are certainly clear that the meeting with Xi Jinping is happening tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. That is a structured, scheduled, penciled-in bilateral. And the time for which has not been confirmed, but we're learning by way of sources it could likely be a breakfast meeting, so it could very well be 8 o'clock in the morning, because at about 10 a.m. they will then move to the opening plenary of the SCO summit itself. So it gives the Indian side about, usually the delegation level meetings with the Chinese are about 45 minutes, max up to an hour. And again, with the Chinese, India has a whole host of issues that need to be discussed. Most recently, we've had the airspace violation in Uttarakhand. China is still blocking India's bid at the NSG. There seems to be no relenting as far as their position is concerned. The Masood Azhar issue is still on a technical hold before the United Nations Sanctions Committee 1267. So a whole host of bilateral issues need to be ironed out between Beijing and New Delhi. So that is something that the Indian side will certainly be looking forward to. And also, let's not forget, this is the first sort of high-level engagement between the two heads of government after India boycotted the recent OBOR forum. India was one of the major countries in the world who did not send a representative. Even countries like America and Japan did. And the Chinese didn't take quite kindly to it. So a lot of these issues need to be thrashed out, and I think it's a welcome development that both the principals of India and China are meeting tomorrow in a structured bilateral arrangement. Certainly there is no similar structured bilateral arrangement with the Pakistanis, but more often than not in the Indo-Pak relationship, things like body language and you know, fireside chats and dropping in for each other's family weddings matter way more than any structured dialogue.
Zaka Jacob reporting for us from Astana. We are counting on you to keep a track on everything that's happening there, including possibly, maybe a pull aside, some sort of interaction between the Indian Prime Minister and the Pakistani Prime Minister. Zaka, thank you very much for joining us this evening from Astana. With that, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. Coming up next, we are telling you why the hills of Darjeeling are burning this evening. That's after a quick break. army has been called in Darjeeling after the tourist paradise erupted in violence by the Gorakha Janamukti Morcha. At least 9 policemen were injured after protesters threw glass bottles at them. At least 4 police vehicles were set on fire. The group was protesting against Bengali being made compulsory in all schools, despite the Chief Minister assuring them that the order will not be implemented in the hill districts. The GJM has now called for a 12-hour bandh tomorrow. Mamata Banerjee, who was in Darjeeling, will continue to be there until the situation normalizes.